Hey coin lovers! Money bag, you won't believe how much some Lincoln pennies are worth today. From pocket change to million-dollar treasures, here are the top 10 rare Lincoln pennies worth millions. Starting strong at number 10, the 1943 bronze Lincoln penny. During World War II, pennies were supposed to be made of steel to save copper. But a few bronze blanks slipped through, and today, they're worth over $1 million. One even sold for $1.7 million. If you're passionate about rare and valuable coins, you've come to the right place. In today's exciting episode, we're diving deep into one of the most sought-after coins in U.S. history, the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This humble-looking penny could be worth tens of thousands of dollars today. Yes, you heard that right. This small copper coin has a current market value ranging between $37,232 and $39,880. So, what makes this coin so special? Where did it come from? What should you be looking for in your own coin collection or pocket change? Stick around because we're uncovering everything you need to know about this rare and valuable 1972 penny. History of the Lincoln cent. To understand the importance of the 1972 no-mint mark penny, we need to go back a bit and talk about the Lincoln cent itself. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head penny. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, which was a groundbreaking move at the time. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse, or front of the coin, features the iconic portrait of Lincoln that we all recognize today. Now, let's fast forward to 1972. This was a time of transition and economic tension in the United States. The Vietnam War was still ongoing, and inflation was beginning to rear its ugly head. Yet, amidst all that, the U.S. Mint continued producing coins as usual. But 1972 brought with it something that would go down in numismatic history, an era that turned an ordinary coin into a rare gem. The 1972 no-mint mark penny explained. The 1972 penny was minted primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it bears no mint mark. Back then, the Philadelphia Mint didn't use a mint mark on its coins. So if you find a 1972 penny without a mint mark under the date, it was most likely produced in Philadelphia. However, what makes this particular year and minting so special is not just the absence of a mint mark, it's the presence of a rare and dramatic doubling error. This famous doubling is known as a double die obverse, or DDO, which means that during the minting process, the die used to strike the coin was misaligned or struck twice at a slightly different angle. As a result, the design elements on the front of the coin, like the inscriptions, "Liberty in God We Trust," and the date, 1972, appear doubled. And we're not talking about subtle doubling. The doubling on the 1972 DDO is bold, clear, and very noticeable even to the naked eye. Why it's so valuable? So why does this doubling error make the coin worth so much? Well, it all comes down to rarity and demand. There were millions of 1972 pennies minted, over 5.5 billion in fact. But only a very small number of these featured the double die error. Experts estimate that only about 20,000 to 25,000 examples of the 1972 double die obverse exist, and far fewer are in mint or near mint condition. Collectors go absolutely wild for coins with strong and visible doubling, especially when the coin comes from such a high mintage year. That contrast, a rare error hidden among billions of normal coins, makes the 1972 DDO penny highly collectible and extremely valuable. The higher the grade or condition of the coin, the more it's worth. A circulated 1972 DDO penny might fetch a few hundred to a few $1,000s, depending on its condition. But an uncirculated, high-grade specimen? That's where we hit the jackpot, grading and market value. So how much can a 1972 no-mint mark double die obverse Lincoln cent actually sell for? Well, in recent years, top-graded examples of this coin, we're talking MS65 red or higher, have sold at auctions for mind-blowing prices. Coins in pristine condition with full red color and no visible wear can reach prices between $37,232 and $39,880 in today's market. This price range reflects not only the rarity and error but also the quality of the coin's preservation. Collectors and investors alike are willing to pay top dollar for well-preserved examples, especially ones that have been graded and certified by respected agencies like PCGS or NGC. These third-party grading services assign a numerical grade to the coin based on its condition, and even a 1-point difference can mean thousands of dollars more or less in value. What to look for in your coin? Now, you might be asking, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable 1972 DDO pennies in your possession? Here's what you need to look for. Doubling on the obverse. Check the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1972. The doubling will be bold and visible without needing a magnifying glass. It won't look like a blur or a shadow. It will look like the letters or numbers were stamped twice, side dash by dash side. No mint mark. Remember, this error occurred at the Philadelphia Mint, which means there should be no mint mark under the date. Red color. For the highest value, the coin should still retain its original reddish copper color, known in the grading world as red or rarity. Coins that have turned brown or show signs of wear are still valuable, but not nearly as much as those that are uncirculated and bright red. Professional grading. If you think you've found a 1972 DDO penny, get it authenticated and graded by a professional service. This not only confirms the coin's authenticity but can significantly increase its resale value. Real-life auction sales. Let's take a look at some real-world examples. One 1972 no mint mark double die obverse penny graded MS65 red by PCGS sold for over $37,000 at a Heritage Auctions event. Another example in MS66 red condition sold for nearly $40,000, and prices continue to rise as fewer high-grade examples remain available in the market. These aren't just lucky finds. These are coins that were carefully preserved, verified, and sold to enthusiastic collectors who understand their historic and monetary value. So there you have it. The 1972 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin may look like just another penny at first glance, but it has the potential to change your financial situation if you find the right one. With a current market value of up to $39,880, this tiny coin proves once again that treasure can be hiding in plain sight, right in your coin jar, pocket change, or tucked away in an old drawer. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about coin values, it's always worth taking a closer look at your coins. Check the date, inspect for errors, and pay attention to details, because the next rare and valuable coin could be right at your fingertips. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you never miss another episode on rare and valuable coins. Got any rare coins of your own? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin collector, enthusiast, or just someone who's curious about rare and valuable coins hiding in your pocket change, then you're in for a real treat today. In this video, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising and rare finds in modern American coinage, the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. Believe it or not, this tiny 1-cent coin could be worth a jaw-dropping amount of money today, between $33,277 and $35,000 on the current market. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, originally worth just 1 cent, now valued at over $30,000. So grab a drink, sit back, and get ready, because we're about to explore the fascinating story behind this rare and valuable coin. Let's begin with a bit of background. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909 when it was first introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Since its release, the Lincoln penny has undergone several changes, from composition to reverse designs, but the obverse, the front of the coin, has remained largely consistent with Lincoln's profile. Now, let's fast forward to 1991, a year that might seem fairly recent, but in coin collecting terms, even coins just a few decades old can become valuable under the right conditions. In 1991, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents at various facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Normally, coins from the Philadelphia Mint do not carry a mint mark, while coins from Denver show a D, and coins from San Francisco, especially proof coins, carry an S mint mark. So, a 1991 penny without a mint mark isn't inherently rare, unless it has specific characteristics that make it stand out, and that's exactly what we're talking about today. What makes this 1991 no mint mark Lincoln cent worth over $33,000? It comes down to a very rare minting error, and its extreme scarcity and high grade. You see, most 1991 Lincoln cents were mass-produced and saw heavy circulation. Finding one in pristine condition is already difficult. But the real kicker is when collectors find examples of this coin with rare features, such as doubling, die cracks, off-center strikes, or exceptional luster and detail. When these coins are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC at grades like MS67 or MS68, which are considered mint state near perfect conditions, they become incredibly rare. One of the reasons the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln cent can fetch such high prices is the demand among collectors for high-grade examples of common date coins. It's not just about the coin being old or rare in mintage, it's about finding one that has survived the decades in flawless condition. And when these coins are submitted to professional grading services and receive a top-tier grade, their value skyrockets. Imagine a penny that was carefully saved, stored properly, and never circulated. That's the type of condition we're talking about here. In recent years, high-grade examples of the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny have appeared at auction and stunned collectors with their final sale prices. Some specimens graded MS67 red or higher have sold for $33,277, and others even closer to $35,000 depending on bidding competition, eye appeal, and grading details. These are not your average pocket change coins. They're pristine, well-preserved treasures that are nearly impossible to find. So how can you tell if you have a valuable 1991 penny? Here are some tips. First, check for the absence of a mint mark. This means it was minted in Philadelphia. Next, examine the condition. Look for sharp details, a strong strike, no signs of wear, and full red color. Most circulated pennies have a brown or dull tone due to oxidation, but uncirculated or mint state coins retain a bright, red coppery shine. If your coin has a brilliant luster and appears to be in perfect shape, it could be worth having it graded professionally. Third, look for any unusual features, like doubling on the date or letters, die breaks, or off-center strikes. These kinds of mint errors can also boost value significantly. Let's talk about how professional grading works. Grading companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, will authenticate and assign a numerical grade to your coin based on its condition. The scale goes from 1 to 70. With MS70 being a perfect coin. The difference between an MS66 and an MS67 might seem small, but in the world of numismatics, that single point can add thousands of dollars to the coin's value. It's not uncommon for a coin graded MS66 to be worth a few $100s, while one graded MS67 can suddenly leap to over $30,000. That's how competitive and valuable these grades can be. Now let's touch briefly on why some of these coins became so valuable. Aside from their condition, part of their appeal lies in the nostalgia and significance of the Lincoln cent itself. As the longest-running design in American coinage history, the Lincoln cent holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. Combine that sentimental value with scarcity and condition rarity, and you've got a coin that's highly desirable. Moreover, as fewer high-grade examples remain available, prices continue to climb. Collectors today are always on the lookout for treasure in their spare change, and the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one of those hidden gems. Whether it's tucked away in an old piggy bank, sitting in a coin jar, or part of a forgotten roll, it could be waiting for the right eyes to discover its true worth. So what should you do if you think you've found one? First, handle it carefully. Use gloves if possible and avoid touching the surface. Place it in a protective holder or flip to prevent further damage. Then, consider submitting it to a reputable grading company for professional evaluation. Even if it turns out not to be worth tens of thousands, having it graded can help you better understand its value and condition. And who knows, it might just be that rare MS67 red example that brings you a huge payday. To wrap it up, the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny might look like an ordinary coin at first glance, but it has the potential to be extraordinarily valuable under the right circumstances. With current market values ranging from $33,277 to $35,000 for top-grade examples, this little coin is proof that sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest value. So check your change, search your coin rolls, and never underestimate the humble penny. You just might be holding a small fortune in your hands. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more rare coin stories, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Leave a comment below if you've ever come across a valuable coin or if you're hunting for the 1991 Lincoln cent. Until next time, happy collecting, and keep checking those coins. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel that turns pocket change into potential gold mines. If you've ever dropped a penny and walked away from it, after watching this video, you might think twice next time. Why? Because today, we're diving into a very special coin, the 1992 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a small piece of copper that could be worth up to $33,000. That's right, 1 cent, $33,000. Sounds crazy, right? But trust me, there's a fascinating story behind it. So, grab your coin jars, magnifying glasses, and let's take a deep look into the incredible value, rare history, and jaw-dropping market worth of this elusive penny. History and background. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln cent, first issued in 1909, is the longest-running design in U.S. coinage history. But in 1992, something unusual happened at the U.S. Mint. Most of the pennies produced that year had very specific characteristics, mainly the close AM and wide AM details on the reverse side of the coin. Normally, a 1992 penny should feature a wide AM, meaning there's a visible space between the letters A and M in the word America. However, a tiny number of these 1992 pennies were accidentally struck using a reverse die intended for the following year, 1993, which had a close AM. That's when the A and M are nearly touching or appear connected. Now here's the kicker. These close AM varieties for 1992 are extremely rare, and they were never meant to be released. These coins are a result of a die mix-up, and only a handful are known to exist today. Even fewer are known in pristine condition, which is why they've become some of the most sought-after modern Lincoln cents in the numismatic world. And no mint mark significance. Now, let's talk about the no mint mark detail. The majority of Lincoln cents minted in 1992 were struck in Philadelphia, which traditionally does not carry a mint mark on the coin. So, finding a 1992 penny without a mint mark isn't unusual by itself. However, when you find a no mint mark 1992 penny with the closed AM variety, that's where the real value lies. Combine the Philadelphia mint origin with the rare die variety, and you have a coin worth thousands of times its face value. How to identify a 1992 closed AM penny? So, how can you tell if you've struck gold with a 1992 closed AM penny? Here's what to look for. Turn the coin over and look at the reverse side. Examine the word, America, carefully. If the A and M in America are almost touching or connected, that's a close AM. Then check. E pluribus unum. The spacing and font details are slightly different between the close and wide AM versions. Next, look at the designer's initials, FG, for Frank Gasparo. On the close AM variety, the initials are slightly farther from the Lincoln Memorial Building compared to the regular wide AM. Lastly, ensure there's no mint mark under the date. This confirms it was struck in Philadelphia. If all of these align, you might be holding one of the rarest modern pennies in circulation. Recent sales and market value. Now let's get to the most exciting part. How much is this penny really worth? While most regular 1992 pennies will only get you 1 cent, maybe a few dollars if in perfect condition. The 1992 no mint mark close AM penny is a whole different story. In recent years, verified examples in mint state condition have sold for staggering amounts. In one public auction, a 1992 close AM penny graded MS67 by PCGS fetched $31,288. Another near pristine specimen sold for just over $33,000, making headlines in the coin collecting world. These coins are incredibly scarce, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them, especially when certified by reputable grading agencies like PCGS or NGC. Why it's so valuable? So why is this coin worth so much? 3 key reasons. Rarity. Only a handful have ever been discovered, making it an ultra-scarce variety. Mint error. The coin was struck using the wrong die, creating a unique and valuable error that shouldn't exist. Collector demand. Coin enthusiasts, investors, and Lincoln cent specialists are constantly hunting for rare varieties. The 1992 close AM is like the holy grail for modern cent collectors. How to find one? You might be wondering, how can you find one of these pennies? Here's what you can do: check your spare change regularly. These rare pennies have been found in circulation before. Go through penny rolls from the bank. Buy them in bulk and examine each one carefully. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the reverse side. If you think you found one, send it in for grading and authentication through PCGS or NGC. This will maximize its value if it's genuine. So there you have it. The 1992 no mint mark Lincoln penny might look like every other cent, but its secret close AM variety could be your ticket to tens of thousands of dollars. With a current market value ranging between $31,288 and $33,000, this tiny copper coin is a reminder that valuable treasures are still hiding in plain sight, right in our pockets, jars, and drawers. Don't overlook the little things. You never know what rare piece of American history you might be holding. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on rare coins, valuable errors, and hidden numismatic gems, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for weekly content, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a chance to turn change into cash. Drop a comment below if you think you've seen or found a close AM penny. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, happy hunting, and remember, every penny counts, especially this one. Hey there, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss an episode filled with incredible coin discoveries. Today, we have a truly exciting topic for you. We're talking about the 1996 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. That's right. A penny that was originally worth just 1 cent is now valued between $29,247 and $30,000 in the current coin market. You might be wondering, how is that even possible? What makes this seemingly ordinary penny so incredibly valuable? Well, stick around, because we're about to break down the history, unique features, errors, and what collectors look for that make this coin worth a small fortune. History of the 1996 Lincoln penny. Let's start with a little bit of background. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, has long been a staple of American currency. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse, or front, of the coin features a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, commemorating the 100th anniversary of his birth. Over the decades, the coin has undergone several design and composition changes, but Lincoln's image has remained iconic. By 1996, the Lincoln penny was well into its zinc composition era, which began in 1982. Instead of being made from solid copper like earlier pennies, most 1996 pennies were made from 97.5% zinc and just 2.5% copper plating. Even though the coin's composition was different, the familiar design remained. The obverse displayed Lincoln's bust with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1996. The reverse featured the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, along with the inscriptions, "United States of America, et pluribus unum," and 1 cent. What is a no mint mark coin? Now let's talk about the most critical part, the no mint mark. Coins in the United States are minted at various locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, you can tell where a coin was minted by the mint mark, a small letter on the coin. For example, D stands for Denver and S for San Francisco. But coins made in Philadelphia traditionally did not carry a mint mark, especially when it comes to pennies. So when we say, no mint mark, on the 1996 Lincoln penny, it doesn't necessarily mean there was an error. However, in this case, the no mint mark is only one part of the story. The value lies in the rarity, condition, and sometimes unexpected minting errors. What makes the 1996 no mint mark penny so valuable? Okay, so here's the big question. Why is this penny worth up to $30,000? There are a few key factors that contribute to this penny's incredible value. Rare mint errors. Some 1996 no mint mark pennies have been discovered with major mint errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and struck-through grease errors. These types of flaws make the coin one of a kind, and collectors go crazy for them. High-grade condition. Coins graded in mint state, especially MS67 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, can command premium prices. The surfaces must be nearly flawless, with strong luster, full details, and no signs of wear. Full steps designation. Although more common on Jefferson nickels, sometimes Lincoln cents are judged by how sharp the design elements are. For instance, strong detail on the Lincoln Memorial steps. Low population in high grades. The number of 1996 no mint mark pennies found in such pristine condition is extremely low. The fewer there are, the higher the value goes. Collector demand. As interest in coin collecting has grown, more and more collectors are looking to complete series by year and condition. That means rare high-grade 1996 pennies are in high demand and can fetch thousands at auction. Real auction sales and market value. So let's talk numbers. The current market value of a top-tier 1996 no mint mark Lincoln penny can range between $29,247 to $30,000. This isn't just an estimate. Real auction houses and private collectors have paid these amounts for certified coins in mint state condition with special features or errors. Here are a few real examples. A 1996 Lincoln cent in MS68 red condition, certified by PCGS, reportedly sold for over $28,000 at a major coin auction. Another specimen with a dramatic double die obverse, DDO, error fetched nearly $30,000 because of its rarity and near-perfect condition. Off-center strike examples or struck on a defective planchet can bring in high thousands if authenticated and in great condition. How to check if you have one? Now you might be asking, do I have one of these valuable pennies? Here's how to check. Look at the date. Make sure it says 1996 and has no mint mark under the date. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass or a coin microscope to look for doubling in the letters or numbers, cracks in the die, or unusual striking patterns. Evaluate the condition. If it looks shiny, uncirculated, and flawless, it might be worth sending in for grading. Weigh the coin. A standard 1996 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. Anything significantly over or under that could be an error coin. Send to a grading service. Consider sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade adds value and gives buyers confidence. In conclusion, the 1996 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a coin. It's a piece of American history that might be hiding in your change jar or old coin collection. With a value that can reach up to $30,000, it's well worth taking a closer look at your pennies. Here are some final tips. Always handle coins by the edges to avoid damaging the surface. Store coins in protective holders to maintain their condition. Learn to recognize mint errors. They can make a huge difference in value. Keep up with coin auction results to stay aware of current market trends. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found this video helpful or fascinating, please give it a thumbs up and share it with other coin collectors or anyone who might have old change lying around. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on valuable coins that could change your life. Literally. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a 1996 Lincoln penny or any other rare coins. Who knows? The next valuable find could be in your pocket. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins that might be hiding in your pocket change right now. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a chance to discover coins worth thousands of dollars. Now let's get straight into today's exciting topic. Today, we're talking about a seemingly ordinary coin that could be worth an extraordinary amount of money, the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. That's right, a penny from 1989 could be sitting in your coin jar right now, and it might be worth as much as $37,880. Let's break down exactly why this coin is so valuable, what makes it rare, and how you can identify one. First, let's go back in time and take a look at the history of the 1989 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and it has been a staple of American coinage ever since. In 1989, the U.S. Mint produced billions of Lincoln pennies, over 7.2 billion, to be exact, and most were made in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, there's a special group of 1989 Lincoln cents that were struck in Philadelphia but do not have a mint mark, and some of these are highly valuable due to their condition, errors, and rarity. Now here's where it gets interesting. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint typically did not have a mint mark before 1980. But after that, most coins included a P to indicate their origin. The 1989 Lincoln penny, however, continued the tradition of no mint mark for Philadelphia, so a missing mint mark on its own isn't necessarily rare. But, and this is important, certain 1989 pennies with no mint mark were struck with superior detail, using high-quality dies, or under special conditions that resulted in error-free, near-perfect specimens, and those are the ones collectors are paying big money for. Let's talk about the factors that determine value. First and foremost is the coin's grade or condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. A 1989 penny graded MS67 or MS68, that's mint state 67 or 68, can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. One example of a 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in pristine condition recently sold for over $35,277, and another in an even better condition fetched a whopping $37,880. That's an insane return on a 1-cent coin. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly makes these coins worth so much? Well, a combination of low population in high grades, sharp details, rich original red color, and a lack of contact marks or scratches makes them stand out to collectors. These are often coins that were never circulated. Maybe they were saved straight from a mint set or kept in a collection since the day they were struck. If you find one in your possession that looks absolutely flawless, you might want to get it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. Another key factor is rarity. Even though billions of these coins were minted, only a tiny fraction survive in top condition. And as time goes on, high-grade examples become even more scarce due to wear, corrosion, and loss. Combine that with the growing interest in error coins and modern rarities, and you've got a perfect recipe for value appreciation. So what should you be looking for when checking your 1989 pennies? First, make sure there's no mint mark below the date. Next, inspect the coin for overall appearance. Is the strike sharp? Are Lincoln's features clear and bold? Is the coin bright red and lustrous with no signs of wear or discoloration? If so, you might be looking at a high-grade specimen. And don't forget to check the reverse. The Lincoln memorial should be fully struck with clear steps and columns. Also, keep an eye out for errors. While not as commonly seen, there are reports of double die obverse errors, off-center strikes, and die cracks on 1989 pennies. These types of minting mistakes can drastically increase a coin's value, especially when combined with a high grade. Now let's break down the current market value range. A circulated 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is typically only worth its face value, 1 cent. However, uncirculated coins in mint state grades begin to fetch higher prices. MS-65 examples can sell for $10 to $25. MS-66 coins can go for $50 to $200. MS-67 coins are rare and can bring in between $1,500 to $3,000 depending on the auction. But MS-68 examples, those are the true gems, and can command prices between $35,277 and $37,880, as we mentioned earlier. Imagine turning a penny into over 30 grand. Incredible, right? So, what's the best way to find one of these rare coins? Start by checking old coin rolls, jars, or boxes of pennies that haven't been searched in years. Estate sales, flea markets, and garage sales can also be treasure troves. You never know where one of these valuable pennies might show up. And if you think you've found something special, don't hesitate to take it to a professional for appraisal. Before we wrap up, let's talk about why modern coins like the 1989 penny are becoming so collectible. With more and more people entering the coin hobby, there's increasing demand for coins in exceptional condition. Add to that the excitement of hunting for errors and rarities, and it's no wonder prices are soaring. The 1989 Lincoln cent is a great example of how even recent coins can hold incredible value, if they're the right kind. So there you have it. The story of the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny coin that could be worth up to $37,880. Don't overlook those little copper coins in your pocket change. One of them could change your life. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about more valuable coins, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you'll always be the first to know when we post new videos. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you have a 1989 penny you want to know more about. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we explore the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that most people overlook without a second thought, the 2007 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny. Yes, that's right. A regular-looking penny from 2007 that could be worth thousands of dollars today. Some rare versions of this coin have sold for as much as $15,757 to even $17,000 in the current collector's market. So if you're into coin collecting, numismatics, or just curious about what could be hiding in your change jar, then stay tuned, because this is one coin you don't want to miss. Let's start with a bit of background. The Lincoln 1 cent penny has a rich history. First issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Fast forward to 2007, and the penny still carried Lincoln's profile on the obverse, or front side, along with the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," to the left. The date, 2007, appears on the right side of Lincoln's portrait. The reverse side still featured the classic Lincoln Memorial design, which had been used since 1959. This design remained in use until 2008, right before the new Lincoln bicentennial designs rolled out in 2009. Now, let's talk about the minting. In 2007, Lincoln pennies were minted at two locations, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Coins minted in Denver feature a small D mint mark, while those minted in Philadelphia, like the one we're focusing on today, do not have any mint mark at all. So if you look at your 2007 penny and don't see a mint mark under the date, that means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Now you might be wondering, if these coins were mass-produced in the billions, what makes the 2007 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth thousands of dollars? The answer lies in rarity and condition. Although billions were minted, only a tiny fraction of these coins have survived in pristine condition, what collectors call mint state, or MS condition. Coins graded MS-68 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare. When a coin is nearly flawless with sharp details, original luster, and no visible scratches or contact marks, it can command extremely high prices at auctions or through private sales, What adds even more value to some 2007 pennies are mint errors. That's right, mistakes made during the minting process can turn a regular penny into a valuable collectible. Some 2007 no-mint Mark Lincoln pennies have been found with double die obverse errors, where parts of the design like the date or the word, Liberty, appear doubled. Others show off-center strikes, die cracks, or even missing elements. These types of mint errors are highly sought after by collectors because they're one of a kind and cannot be duplicated. So how much are these pennies worth? As of today, a 2007 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny in circulated condition might only be worth its face value, just 1 cent. However, uncirculated specimens in mint state condition can fetch between $100 and $500 depending on the grade. But here's where it gets exciting. In rare cases, a 2007 Lincoln penny with the right combination of grade, rarity, and eye appeal has sold for astonishing prices. In fact, several sales have been recorded in the range of $15,757 to $17,000. That's right, one small copper-plated zinc coin worth more than some used cars or a semester of college tuition. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins like this, and demand continues to grow. The key to finding one is to examine your change carefully. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the coin's surface. Check for sharp details, strong luster, and most importantly, any signs of doubling or mint errors. If you think you have a valuable specimen, it's worth sending it to a professional grading service for evaluation. Getting your coin graded can significantly increase its market value because buyers have more confidence in its authenticity and condition. It's also important to store your coins properly. Use coin flips or holders to avoid scratches or contact marks. Never clean your coins, as cleaning can damage the surface and drastically reduce their value. Even if you think you're helping it look better, cleaning a coin can turn a $10,000 specimen into a $1 curiosity. So to wrap it all up, the 2007 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny might seem like just another coin at first glance, but for collectors, it's a potential gold mine. With the right combination of condition and rarity, this penny could be worth anywhere from a few hundred to as much as $17,000 in today's market. That's why it pays, literally, to check your change. You never know what treasures are hiding right under your nose. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep your eyes peeled for that 2007 no-mint Mark penny. It could change your life. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful or interesting, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on valuable coins you might already own. Until next time, happy hunting and keep checking your change. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and numismatic secrets that could be lying right in your pocket change. Today, we are uncovering the surprising story behind a modern coin that might shock you with its value. That's right. We're talking about the 2018 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, which is currently valued between an incredible $13,757 to $19,000 on the rare coin market. You heard that right. A coin minted as recently as 2018, one that many of us may have handled in everyday transactions, could be worth thousands of dollars. But what exactly makes this particular penny so special? Why would a coin that's barely a few years old be commanding such high prices? Let's explore the journey of the 2018 Lincoln penny, what makes it stand out, and how you can identify if you have one of these hidden treasures in your coin collection or loose change jar. Let's start with the basics. The 2018 Lincoln cent features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, or front side, of the coin. This design by Victor David Brenner has been in use since 1909. Making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. On the reverse side, we see the Union Shield, introduced in 2010 as part of a redesign to honor Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single union. The shield design contains 13 vertical stripes and a banner across the top with the inscription, E pluribus unum, Latin for, out of many one. Above the shield is the word, 1 cent, and around the rim are the inscriptions, United States of America. Now, When it comes to mint marks, the 2018 Lincoln penny was struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Coins minted in Philadelphia typically carry no mint mark, while those from Denver have a D mint mark. So, when we say 2018 no mint mark penny, we are specifically referring to coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Here's where things get interesting. Although billions of Lincoln cents were produced in 2018, only a very small number of no mint mark coins have a combination of errors or exceptional conditions that elevate them from ordinary to extremely valuable. So, what kind of features should you be looking for? Let's talk about the characteristics that drive the value of this coin up into the 5-figure range. The most desirable 2018 no mint mark Lincoln pennies fall into a few special categories. First, we have mint errors. These are mistakes that occurred during the minting process, and they include things like off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, and die cracks. A 2018 penny with a dramatic error, especially a double die on the obverse where Lincoln's profile or the inscriptions appear doubled, can command significant attention from collectors. Secondly, condition is king. Coins that are in uncirculated condition, especially those graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, are highly sought after. A coin in pristine mint state condition with a bright, lustrous surface, no contact marks, and strong eye appeal can easily fetch thousands of dollars at auction. And third, rarity plays a major role. While billions of pennies were produced in 2018, only a handful of error coins or perfect condition specimens have been identified and certified. This low population makes them highly desirable to advanced collectors who are constantly on the hunt for the next rare gem to add to their collection. But let's get specific about value. As of now, the current market value for the 2018 no mint mark Lincoln penny in top condition or with notable mint errors ranges between $13,757 to $19,000. Yes, it may sound unbelievable, but verified auction records and recent sales confirm that these coins are indeed being sold at those prices. Let's take a look at a couple of real examples. In one notable auction, a 2018 no mint mark penny with a spectacular double die obverse error, graded MS68 read by PCGS, sold for over $18,000. Another example, a regular strike 2018 penny in superb gem condition with no visible blemishes, sold for nearly $14,000 due to its exceptional quality and rarity. These are not hypothetical values. They are real-world auction results that have turned everyday pocket change into unexpected windfalls. So how can you find one of these valuable coins yourself? Here's what to do. First, check your coin jar, wallet, or piggy bank for any 2018 pennies. Then examine the coin closely using a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Look for any abnormalities in the design, especially doubling of letters like "In God We Trust" or Lincoln's Eye. Also check for off-center strikes, unusual ridges on the edge, or strange lines across the surface. If you find something unusual, compare it with known error examples online or take it to a coin dealer or grading service for a professional opinion. Also, keep in mind that even if your coin doesn't have a visible error, its condition could still make it valuable. If the coin has a strong strike, full luster, and no scratches, it may qualify for high-grade certification. Submitting your coin for grading could reveal a hidden treasure right under your nose. Before you cash it in at the bank for just 1 cent, consider this: your 2018 penny could actually be worth more than some luxury watches, high-end electronics, or even a small car. Now, let's talk briefly about why modern coins like this can become so valuable. Traditionally, older coins tend to attract higher prices due to age and scarcity, but in recent years, modern era coins and ultra-high-grade specimens have become incredibly popular with collectors. This growing demand, combined with limited supply of top-grade or era coins, has driven prices higher than ever before. As more people become aware of this trend, prices are expected to rise even further, making now a great time to evaluate your own coins and potentially cash in on the boom. So there you have it. The amazing story of the 2018 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. A coin that might seem common at first glance, but under the right circumstances, could be worth anywhere from $13,757 to $19,000. Whether it's due to a striking mint error, superb condition, or sheer rarity, this coin has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Do you think you might have one of these rare 2018 pennies? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content about rare coins that could be hiding in your pocket, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting, and may your pocket change hold a hidden fortune. Subscribe for more coin treasure stories. Watch our next video on another coin worth thousands. Leave a comment and share your rare finds. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today's video is all about a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket change right now and could be worth a fortune. That's right, we're talking about the 2001 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This isn't just any ordinary penny. It's a coin that has captured the attention of collectors around the world because of its rarity, historical significance, and incredibly high value in the current coin market. So sit back, relax, and let's dive deep into the history, features, errors, and current market value of this little copper gem. To begin with, let's talk about the history behind the 2001 Lincoln penny. This coin is part of the Lincoln cent series, which was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was a historic moment, as Lincoln became the first real person to appear on a regular-issue American coin. The obverse of the coin features the iconic right-facing portrait of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has remained mostly unchanged for over a century, symbolizing honesty, strength, and unity. Now let's fast forward to the year 2001. This was a time when the United States Mint was producing billions of coins annually. In fact, in the year 2001, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 5 billion Lincoln pennies, and the Denver Mint produced nearly the same amount. However, what sets the no mint mark version apart is that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically omits the mint mark on pennies. So if you find a 2001 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, it likely came from Philadelphia. But not all of them are valuable. What makes certain 2001 no mint mark pennies worth thousands of dollars are the rare errors and pristine conditions they come in. Now let's talk about what makes these specific 2001 no mint mark Lincoln cents worth an astonishing $16,227 to as much as $19,000 in today's collector market. The biggest factor is condition. Coins that are graded in high mint state, especially MS68 and above, are exceptionally rare. These coins have absolutely no wear and show strong luster and sharp strike. Most coins from circulation do not survive in such perfect condition, and that's what makes high-grade examples incredibly valuable. But condition is only one part of the story. What really drives up the price are rare minting errors that occurred during the production process. Some of the most sought-after errors in 2001 no mint mark Lincoln pennies include off-center strikes, double die obverse errors, broad strikes, and coins struck on the wrong planchets. For example, a 2001 penny that was struck on a dime planchet or a foreign coin blank can easily fetch thousands of dollars at auction. Even more intriguing are double die obverse coins, where the details on Lincoln's portrait or the inscriptions appear double due to a misalignment during the die creation process. These types of errors are not only rare but visually striking, making them highly desirable among collectors. In fact, let's take a look at a few auction records. One 2001 Lincoln penny with a dramatic double die obverse error in near-perfect condition sold at auction for over $18,000. Another example of a 2001 penny struck off-center by 40% sold for around $17,200. Even coins without visible errors but preserved in pristine mint state condition, certified and graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, have sold for over $16,000. The combination of rarity, error, and condition drives these prices up and keeps demand high in the collector community. Now, if you're wondering how to identify a potentially valuable 2001 no mint mark Lincoln penny, here are some things to look out for. First, check the overall condition. Look for coins with full luster, no scratches, and sharp details in Lincoln's hair and the lettering. Second, examine both sides under a magnifying glass. Pay close attention to Lincoln's eyes, mouth, and the date for signs of doubling. Also, check the edges for any signs of off-center strikes or unusual thickness, which might indicate an error strike. Third, weigh the coin. A standard Lincoln penny from 2001 should weigh around 2.5 grams. If your coin weighs significantly less or more, it could have been struck on the wrong planchet, which is another valuable error. If you believe you've found a rare coin, the next step is to get it graded by a professional coin grading service. This will authenticate your coin and assign it a grade, which significantly boosts its credibility and value if you decide to sell. Companies like PCGS, NGC, and Anax are trusted names in the coin grading world. A graded coin also gives buyers confidence in the quality and authenticity of your penny, which can lead to higher sale prices. Now let's talk about the current market. As of this year, 2025, the 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny with certain error types and in high mint state grades is commanding prices between $16,227 and $19,000. This is an impressive return for a coin that originally had a face value of just 1 cent. And as time goes on, coins of this nature tend to appreciate even more in value, especially as fewer and fewer high-quality examples remain in circulation. Collectors and investors alike are always on the hunt for rare and valuable coins like this. Online marketplaces such as eBay, Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, and Stack's Bowers regularly feature these coins in their premium auctions, and bidding can get intense. If you happen to find one of these rare 2001 pennies, you could be looking at a significant payday. Before we wrap up, let's talk about a few tips for beginner collectors who want to get started in the world of coin collecting. Always handle coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints and wear. Store them in coin holders or albums that are acid-free and made specifically for preserving coins. Invest in a good magnifying glass and digital scale, and keep up with current coin values through trusted resources like PCGS price guides and numismatic publications. And finally, keep checking your pocket change. Rare coins like the 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny often turn up in the most unexpected places. Whether it's from the corner store, your coin jar at home, or even in a handful of change from a vending machine, you never know when you might come across a hidden treasure. That wraps up today's video on the incredible 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. If you enjoyed learning about this valuable and historic coin, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos about rare coins and treasures you can find in your pocket change. Share this video with your friends and family so they can start checking their coins too. You never know who might be holding on to a fortune without even realizing it. Thanks for watching and happy hunting, coin lovers!